I mean, for people of God, I'm sharing this message briefly with you. There are some people in life, for no reason, they wouldn't want to be part of your life again. For no reason, they just don't want to see your face again. But the good news is that whatever happens, God has a hand in it. You just have to believe that God does what is right in his own time. And whatever I'm going to share with you is just a quotation. I have a lot to share with you, but just take this for today. You see, it is Paul, it is Barnabas, it is Paul, it is Silas. But even in the early church, even in the missional journeys, there were disagreements among the brethren. Others were hurt. Yes, we read scripture to know that the early church were together, because at the time when Peter, especially the early part, could preach to win 3,125 souls at a go, that was amazing, wasn't it? Yes. It took the church to sustain the people, and some were selling their belongings and giving it to the church to run the church. Yes. And the Bible records those ones. Beautiful. We read them every day. But you see, I will not lie to you. I am telling you the truth. That's yes, in the church, you will get people who will decide, no matter what you do for them, and no matter how you sacrifice, some will still part company with you. When it happens like that, don't worry. It's meant to be. In the family, no matter how you sacrifice for someone, giving even your daily bread to the fellow, some will still decide to depart from you. So in the church, especially Pamphylia, they had a sharp disagreement that they parted company. Let me take you back to see something. That sometime later, Paul said to Barnabas, let's go back to visit the believers in all the towns where we preached the word of the Lord and see how they are going. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful. Let's see how they are faring. And so they went. So Barnabas wanted to take John, now called John Mark, with them in Pamphylia. So as they were going, they had not continued with them in the work. They had a sharp disagreement that they parted company. Yes, the believers had sharp. I'm talking about John Mark. John Mark wrote the Gospel of Mark. John Mark brought the synopsis of the gospel. John Mark brought the extensions between the gospels. And John Mark is part of the synoptic gospel. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. They had a misunderstanding. They had disagreement. As human as we are, disagreement to agree is part of our lives. Let me tell you, somebody is crying, someone can't understand, cannot take it, cannot even be controlled because you have had disagreement with someone and you've parted company. It is meant to be. God has ordained it to happen like that. So look at what happened. Paul, Silas, Barnabas, also John Mark. Sometimes your close friend can decide not to talk to you. Your close friend can decide to be alone. Allow the person. The time will come back for that reunion again. Allow the fallow period in agriculture. Allow it to happen like that. Allow the person to go. You see, I'm telling you, as a church grower, activist, and I am saying that you have to see some of these things as part of the ecclesia, as part of the Missio Dei, the mission of God. You have to see it as part of the family, as part of the union. Sometimes your mother-in-law, your father-in-law will be fighting you. You have no idea. Your boss will be fighting you. Your friend will be fighting you. Your families will be fighting you. When it gets to that state, all you need to do is to be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. At Pamphylia, there was that kind of a sharp disagreement, where John Mark was to be decided on. He was to be decided on. And so they parted company. Between Barnabas and Paul. Barnabas said, let's go with John Mark. Paul said, no, we won't go with him. He left us. And so we also leave him. When everyone leaves you, hey, there's that one person who will be with you. I'm praying you see that one person. I am praying you will see that one person. I say, when everyone leaves you, there's that one person who will pat your shoulder. Don't disappoint those people. Don't disappoint that one person. Don't disappoint that person. Let me tell you, I am talking to you. I am ministering to you. A time will come. The mouth that said, oh, thank you. That same mouth will say, who are you? Who brought you here? Who are you out there? Pardon my language. I'm just being raw. I'm just letting you understand the situation and to know how human beings are. That the same mouth will tell you, we don't need her again. We don't need him again. Yem penny bium, yem penny bium, or yem wana, onokra wa hardre. Eh, nipa will fear dear, nipa will fear dear, nipa will fear dear. Human beings, we forget things so easily. Oh, pardon my language. I'm just being raw as I am. No matter what. That's why I'm telling you that if you're talking to somebody today, mind your language, mind the level of confidentiality you confide in a friend, because the same person in the next few hours, in the next few days, will tend to become your enemies. I don't know, but I'm talking to somebody directly. Say, they want to come with Tirimu seminal. I'm not prophesying, but I'm telling you the truth. That the one that you can't even go without a person. One friend I won't drink coffee. That person that has become your bosom, that has become your friend, that has become your companion. That if you don't see the person one day, you cannot sleep. If you don't talk to the person one day, you cannot sleep. When a time is coming, it is possible that that person wouldn't want to see your face again. What happens when you get to that state? You see, Christianity is not all about positive. Sometimes I tell the people the truth, let them know the realities. Let them know the realities. Hey, I'm telling you that the time is coming, that your friend, when it happens, say that the Reverend Minister said it, it's not a prophecy. I'm telling you what life is about. Life is about friend today, enemy tomorrow. And why some of these things happen is because sometimes we listen to other people. Now look at the sharp disagreement that came. Now Barnabas was saying, let's go with him. Cyprus, let's go. He said, no. If you go, then you go with your John Mark. I'm going with Silas. But you see, I was just looking at it that if Paul, John Mark, Barnabas, Silas had gone the same way, perhaps the impact of the message wouldn't have been so great. Perhaps the spreading of the word wouldn't have been great. God intentionally brings separation for his own good. God intentionally, at a point in time, will let some people keep quiet in your life. God, at a certain point in time, will push some people away from your life. You see, you don't need to let this thing be your problem. You don't need to let this thing be your prayer point. You don't need to let this thing even come on your prayer line and say, God, why? God, why? It is right. It is neat that at certain times, at a certain point in time, God will push some people away. You can be in a relationship, just about to be married, and then something will happen, and then suddenly, the person is standing there. You don't see things right. God is speaking. Allow God to speak. Am I ministering to someone? I know the line is quiet. I said, there is a man of God talking to me. Has somebody told the man of God anything about me? And nobody has spoken about you to me. But I'm telling you the mind of God and saying that even Paul, that tells you we are humans, parted company with John Mark, one of the instruments of the gospel. I said one of the instruments of the gospel. John Mark wrote the Gospel of Mark. Oh, yes, he wrote it. He had disagreement. He said, I'm not going with you. I'm leaving you. And so when he came back, Paul didn't want to accept him. Paul said, no, this guy, I don't trust him. I don't want to go with him. But I said, no, there's something good in him. Again, I am saying that when all people reject you, there is that one Barnabas. There is that one person who will go with you. That one person. May God let you see that one person that will always go with you. That will accept your weakness. That will accept everything. That will not mind even what people think that it is wrong with you. Sometimes people are so quick. They are so quick to judge you and think that you are not true, and think that you are not perfect, and think that you are not worthy. But another person will see something good in you. May someone see something good in you and mold you to your destination. I am ministering to somebody directly. May say, and when God prepares you like that, hey, you have to be faithful to the one that saw that good thing in you, the one that never left my was with you to the end. Be faithful to them. Be faithful to them. I say be faithful to them. I am declaring upon your life. Sometimes God brings something in our lives. Yes. And I don't know, but Barnabas, I don't know, but let me say it here. Theologically, I've not proven it, but let me say it as an upcoming theologian. I haven't gotten anywhere. That the Barnabas itself, his name is a son of consolation, a son of comfort. Barnabas, the meaning of his name is an encourager. Barnabas, the meaning of his name is a son of exhortation, a son of consultation, a son of consolation, a son of the Holy Spirit, a son of comfort. Because Jesus said the Holy Spirit will comfort you. So Barnabas, who accompanied Paul on his early mission. And the point is, I'm saying, Paul, I've followed you for a long time. Paul, why do you do this? If you will not go with this young man, I will go with him. Hey, Charlie, you see, are you having people here on this land? God will not throw you away. Your Barnabas, your Barnabas will not leave you. Hey, Hey, so for I am true. Your Barnabas will not leave you. Hey, hey, your Barnabas will not leave you. You know, one thing that happened, John Mark left. He saw, yes, he left. But your Barnabas will not leave you. Your Barnabas will not leave you. Because Barnabas here, that is why I'm so careful in my interpretation here. That Barnabas means encourager. Barnabas means comfort. Barnabas means consolation. Barnabas means exhortation. But that same Barnabas, yes, he lived by his word. He lived by his meaning. He lived by the meaning of his name. To say that if you want to go and leave John Mark alone, I will go with John Mark. That John Mark that Barnabas went with became a blessing to the gospel, became a blessing to Christianity, became a blessing to the people. You see, if I want to go deeper, this family, John Mark, they helped Paul, they helped him, but Paul forgot that and left him and said, I won't go with him. Yes, he offended me yesterday, the other day, so I will not go with him. But you see, Barnabas is there. No matter what I'm saying, that you see, you can die for someone, but a day is coming that they will leave you. But when they leave you, remember and ask God, where is my Barnabas? Let my Barnabas accept me. Let my Barnabas go with me. Let my Barnabas believe in me. Let my Barnabas see something good in me. Let my Barnabas appreciate me. Let my Barnabas accept me the way I am. And let my Barnabas mold me. Beloved in the Lord Jesus Christ, in the next 3 weeks, I'll come out with a book, Mentoring Today's or Tomorrow's Generation. Mentoring Tomorrow's Generation. It's a scholarly book. It's not a book that I've just picked Bible quotations and brought them. No, it is a scholarly book. And that will be the first ever publication in my thesis. The first ever publication in my thesis. And God has spoken to me. That's why I'm also telling you. Before I tell you something, God had already given me the import of it. Mentoring Tomorrow's Generation. I'll bring it in the next 3 weeks. I'll launch it on this platform. And all that I will say is what I've begun talking about. As I was meditating through over 50 quotations last night, I didn't sleep. As I said, I just came to sleep an hour before the program. And as I was going through about 50 quotations and looking at the exegesis and seeing what other scholars have said about that, this was one that touched me. It touched me. It came pass. Hey, Paul. So sometimes certain things can happen to you and you still cannot understand and say, how did this happen? Why should this happen to me? But let me tell you, expect anything and accept it as it is. Asking God to take control of your life. Beloved, I know you have been disappointed. I know you have been left. But the one thing in life that can help you is to remain focused. If you don't remain focused, let me tell you, you will lose. When they leave you, keep moving. Do the things that you do and do it perfectly. Amend your ways. That is very important. When you think that they have all left you, correct your mistakes. I say, correct your mistakes and let them still continue to talk about your mistakes. Let them talk about your mistakes, but you correct your mistakes. As you correct your mistakes, you become perfect. And tomorrow they will see you and they will be still talking about your mistakes. But you know yourself that you have corrected your mistakes and you are going. Who is the winner? It is the one that has corrected his mistakes, corrected their mistakes. They are moving and you will continue to be talking. Let them continue to talk. Let them continue to make noise, but correct your mistakes and keep moving. And they think that you were the John Mark yesterday, but you tell them, I'm a new John Mark. I'm now an author. I'm now a representative of God. I am now moving and going forward. I like gospel. I like gospel. And I like what God does. And I'm declaring upon your life. Somebody, may God bring your Barnabas. 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 Yori Abranda Seketerebeyanda. Lori Abranda Seketenderebe. And you know one thing, I don't know why God brought me back to theology again, because I did say, sometimes, when God wants to do something, he does what is right. Because I remember when I finished, I know my mother is still on the line, so they know. My mother still know, when I finished my theology, and I know my sisters are also here, that when I finished my theology in 2009, and I saw how theology was so draining, I told myself I wouldn't do theology again. I told myself, no. I will not do theology again. When I finished my theology, and in 2009, and then by the grace of the God, and then by the Presbyterian Church, I was made to continue, and I finished my bachelor in 2011. I said, no. After my first degree, I said, no, I'm not going to do theology again because it's too draining. Yes, I'm not going to do it again. And so coming back to theology after 10 years should mean that sometimes you can say no to something, but God will say yes to it. I am telling you. And anyone who knew me in those days, now when it comes to theology, yes, I didn't know quite one person I was who knew you. By the grace of God, we were among the first 2 best students on campus. But I said no, I wouldn't do theology again. Because why? I rather say come back and do theology. And I did it to the glory of God. And I've done it to the glory of God. I'm also using this as an example and as a testimony and as an encouragement to you that sometimes situations can let you make a vow never to go back. But sometimes make allowance for God to minister to you again. I said, Awuku-Gyampoh in 2011, after I'd received my first class in Bachelor of Theology and received the best disciplined student, graduating student, I said, I will never do theology again. And I left. When I went, the academic dean called me. You have a good record. Come and do your master. I said, me, I won't come. Bye-bye. I won't come. Oh, me, I won't come. Please, I won't come. I left and continued with a different program. But after 10 years, God said, go back and do theology. The other day, the moderator was asking me, so Awuku-Gyampoh, do you have masters in theology? I said, no. I said, no, don't worry. You don't need masters in theology to do a PhD. Your records should let them know who you are. Thank you, Papa Moderator of the General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. Maybe you need masters or theology. I don't have masters in theology because I said I wouldn't do it. But when I applied for my PhD, they didn't ask me for my masters in theology. I told them, which program? I asked them, which program can I do? They said, looking at the CV and your academic background, you're going to do a PhD in theology. I said, boy. Meanwhile, listen to me, I'm making a point, I went to another institution, they come across some natural. They looked at my academic records, yes, just as, and then they told me I have to do honors, honors. May sign another bachelor's degree, honors. And your master's pool. And I'm saying, boy, I went to another institution again, and they say, you know what? You have to do master's, MPhil. I said, okay, take yourself. But the first institution that gave me PhD, I said, oh, you wait. Maybe you don't know what they're talking about. After 2 years, God said, I said, go here. Beloved, you see, I'm not blowing my horn here. No. But I'm just letting you understand that another institution will say no, Another one will say no, but there's one that will say yes. You must always wait on God and ask God to know what direction to go. I am telling you, you have to know what direction to go. Know the direction to go. Obi ba, obi pe. If they reject you, someone is somewhere to accept you. It doesn't mean that someone qualify and you have fun. There are a lot of people in life, even right from first degree, they get onto the postgraduate. Yes, it depends on you. So when you're looking for a PhD admission, they will tell you you must have masters or relevant, blah 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 blah. So anything that is relevant to being admitted onto the course is also being considered, right? So that if qualification doesn't take you on the course, other things can take you there. So if your beauty is not taking you there, perhaps there's something in you God can use to take you there. I am still making a very clear point. And the program that some people thought that I couldn't do, that program, those who have even done blah, 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 I used 6 months. 6 months to do a program that is 4 years. Beloved, I'm still not blowing my horn, no. But I am telling you, say, when people reject you, don't think that is the end of your life. Do you hear me? Do you hear me that? No, do you hear me that? Because in 2019, the moderator of the General Assembly, I respect him, he's a great man. He came and he said, my son, you are very good. Why are you not doing theology? I said, Papa, after my first degree, the way I saw that theology was draining me, I wouldn't do it. He said, no. Go to this school. I applied to the school and they say, hey, Master, obey an next degree. I'm saying, hey, what's he saying? So the monitor was always asking me, how far is that school? I said, Papa, I'll tell you one day. So it was after I'd sent him my dissertation that, Papa, I'm done. And he said, did they ask of your masters? I said, no. I said, no, don't worry. You don't need masters to do a PhD. You don't need masters to do a PhD. I was only asking and appreciating you more that you even went to the first degree and you have been able to finish this PhD within that speed. That tells me how serious you are. Beloved, listen to me. Don't match your life with someone's testimony, no. And don't match your life with someone's life. Follow your lane. And God will lift you regardless. Let me tell you, God will lift you. If somebody went with this and was not accepted, that is not a criterion for you that you also go and you will not be accepted. Try somewhere else and prove yourself. I say prove yourself. I say prove yourself. I say prove yourself. I say prove yourself. When Paul rejected John Mark proved himself. John Mark proved himself that he was not a waste. Why would you think that one person can silence your life and you'll never move on again? I've never shared this on any platform. I'm not sharing it to show my weakness or to show that I am good. No. But a preacher will always get a life story that would encourage one person or another person. So I am telling you today, if you have been rejected somewhere, there's another place that needs you so much. 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 And that's so much you have to prove yourself. You have to prove yourself. You have to prove yourself. When they rejected John Mark proved himself. Prove yourself. Prove them wrong that you're not a failure. I want you to meditate on the message that has come. Which angle did you understand? In which angle? In which angle did you understand? How well did you understand the message? I don't know how you understood it. I don't know how you understood it. But I'm talking to you. God bless you. They can reject you today, but prove yourself. I said, prove yourself. I said, prove yourself. I didn't get the precept to go, if you have never known. I didn't get the Legon to go. In fact, I didn't get the Pope Jones to go. I didn't get, somebody said I didn't get the Brigades to go. No, I'm not again. I didn't get Adisadel College to go. I didn't get the Agri Memorial to go. I didn't get the KSTS to go. I didn't get the SETEC to go. I went to Insawam Secondary School. I went to Insawam Secondary School. When my friends were in the Presex, I was at Insawam Secondary School. I accepted my situation and I said, this is where God wants me to come. I met people that said, why do you come to this school? I said, why? Don't they have teachers there? Don't they have teachers there? I encouraged myself and I went to Insawam Secondary School. Insawam Secondary School. It doesn't matter where you begin. How you sustain your life is more important. It doesn't matter how your beginning is. How you keep the tempo is very important in your life. Don't mind what people think they know about your life. No matter what people think they can descend through your life. Don't mind them. When people think that, they've gotten the power to know what is good for you, know what is good for yourself. So I went to Insawam Secondary School, and so what? And you went to what, and so what? The end justified the means. Oh, yes. I am in Ghana, you are in Australia, and so what? I am in so and you are there, and so what? It is not where you are that matters. It is what you can do that matters. It is not how many people have left your life that matters. It is how many people are in your life and what you can do with the people in your life. That is more important. Every failure will look at people who have left and will not concentrate on people who are with you. If you do that, you are a failure. But if you concentrate on the fact that you have the few with you and those few members with you, they can mold you, they can lift you, they can push you, then they become the perfect people. They become the people God has given you. I said, may God open your eyes to know that you have angels around you. 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 Messi Anfahu, Maya Regeto, Maya Regeto, Maya Regeto, Maya Regeto. I remember when I was in the seminary, you have to do your attachment, and I went to a place. The place where I went, I don't want to mention the name. It's a very big church. But when I went to that place, they said, no, we don't need you here. I said, why? He said, no, we don't need you here. And so I went to the head office and I said, well, I went to this big church in Accra. And they said, they don't need me. They don't even know me. They didn't even take the letter. I said, go and tell them we don't have time for any trainee. We don't have time for any trainee. I was very worried, because if you have been to the seminary and we say that we are doing attachment allocation, at least the first two heads of the institution, the president and the vice president, are giving some priorities. And so imagine a whole seminary or SRC vice president, they've given you your station, they said they don't need you. It raises a question mark. What's the problem? So when I went, they called the church. Do you know this gentleman? I said, no, we don't know him. We just don't need to. We just don't need any trainee here. I said, okay. So they asked, do you know the potentials in this? I said, we are not looking for potential. We said we don't need anybody here. I told the church, send me to a village. I said, we don't have any village in Ghana Presbyterian. I said, are you sure? Send me to a place you think that is now growing. So they sent me at that time to EB. And I remember that was the time they gave birth to my dear son, Kwesi Sister Phyllis gave birth to. So I remember that scene very well when Kwesi was born. Because I went to OEB, and every Sunday I had to leave Legon for OEB just to go and preach there. Just to go. At that time, OEB was not even a district, a small place. OEB Presbyterian Church. God bless you. That was where I did my final practical attachment. I went there. When I finished the school, the first church that I did a revival was that church was West Bishop. God bless you. That the first church that invited me to do revival was the church that rejected me. The church that rejected me to come and serve there as a ministerial student. Yeah, Theophilus, if you are in the seminary, you go to the vice chairman's room. You see me there. I was the vice chairman, to the glory of God. God bless you, too. So I remember the date. That was March 2009, because I was commissioned June. And so that was the time. So I started the program there, March. It was just going to take about 3 months. Practical attachment, because I had left Ghana Police Church. And so I was going to do my final one. And they said, go to this church in Accra. And they said, we don't need you. But when I finished the school, listen to me. They had heard the name Awuku-Gyampoh. And they wrote to me that they want me to come and do a revival. So I remember I told the minister, I have a confession to me. I said, why? Can you tell? I said, no. The first day when I went to the church and I took the microphone, I said, I am the rejected stone. He said, what do you mean by that? I said, I was the boy that was sent here 4 months ago to come and do my practical attachment. And you rejected. He said, no, we didn't know you. We didn't know you were the one. Are you the Awuku-Gyampoh? Oh, so why didn't you read the letter? Beloved, I'm telling you that sometimes people will treat you not because they know you, but they will just treat you the way they think they can treat you. You got to appreciate yourself. I said, when I finished school, 3rd of June, 2009, the first church to invite me to do revival was that church that rejected me, not to come and do my practical attachments there. I am encouraging somebody here today that if you have been rejected, don't think that is the end of your life, because God can use that same rejection to lift you. And when I went after the 1 week revival, they said, "You're messy idea for 3 months." Hey, around here, you're messy idea. To date, that church continues to ask me, when are you coming to Ghana? Papa, tell us when you're coming to Ghana. Even if it's 2 days, come and worship with us. Hey, the stone that the builders rejected will become the cornerstone. The stone the builders rejected will become the cornerstone. That boy thinks that he has rejected you, he will regret. That girl thinks that he has rejected you, he will regret. No, that man thinks that he has rejected you, he will regret. That company thinks they have rejected you, they'll regret. They'll regret. I said they will regret. Oh, whoever knows OEB, may you greet them for me. Greet them for me. Praise congregation. The other day, the district minister sent me one of the. I think the day I was living there, I wrote the chronicle. One minister sent me the chronicle that I had signed. God bless you so much. Praise congregation. Tell them I'm so grateful to the OEB congregation. I'm so grateful. Praise congregation. I'm so grateful to you. I'm so grateful to you. And Reverend Ben Lasse, may your soul rest in peace. And every Sunday, Reverend Ben Lasse and the wife will meet me at Rich Junction. And then I'll come from Trinity to Rich Junction. And then they will take me to OEB. God bless you. God bless you. Hey, Obi Rejatu, Obi Bejo Wati. I know I don't like sharing my life story, but by just telling you today, I know that God has touched me to tell you my story today. That when you see me moving, when you see me giving testimonies, don't think that everything went well from the beginning. Things didn't go the way you see me today. But I maintained my stamina. I maintained where God wanted to take me. And I kept pushing. I kept pushing. I said, I kept pushing. I kept pushing. And that, wow, and that's a Sunday. That's a Sunday. That's why I remember the day Kwesi was born, and that was a Sunday, 1st of March. Now that was the first time I reported. And so because of that, I was supposed to have started the attachment in February. The whole of February, I was moving to Ghana Presidency office, moving to the head office, because that church said they can't accept me. So a whole month passed, and so I had to start the attachment 1st of March 2009 at OEB. And when I had closed from church, my sister called me that, yes, Imawu Kwesi. And so I spoke to her whilst I was on phone in the car. I remember that day I took trotro, and I was inside till I got to Trinity Junction, and I lighted. May God bless Kwesi. Today I'm mentioning Kwesi to testify. Kwesi, God bless you so much. 1st of May, we're going to 1st of March, right? Yeah, so we're going to celebrate 1st of March. Come very soon. Kwesi, happy birthday. And that's going to be 13 years. Yes, 13 years. Kwesi, Onyame, Onsha, Ope. People of God, I am done. Yes. The stone the builders rejected. Yabra Katarabra will become the cornerstone. The stone they rejected will become the cornerstone. You know, the last one I'm talking about is that, you see, so Ubiso Jawa Mwesua, I address it. So Ubiso Jawa Amawesua, I have to polish. Ubiso Jawa Mwesua. If somebody rejects you because you are not learned, because you are not eloquent, look at why they rejected you. Listen to me, please. Look at why they rejected you and build yourself up. I'm telling you. Hey, sister. Hey, brother. Hey, offer. Why have they rejected you? Why have they rejected you? Don't just talk about the rejection, but why did they reject you? And I'm telling you that this church rejected me not because they knew me, but because they themselves said they were not accepting any ministerial student. So they won't even accept me. And now to date, the minister is my friend. In fact, he's my friend. He calls me almost every month. He said, Osofo, Famboni Chemwai. Na man shedino. Oh, don't look at the name before. Don't look at the name before. Do good as if you are doing it unto God. And one day, that good will come back to you. You see now OEB is one of the vibrant congregation in the Ghana Presbytery. Yes, I'm telling you, because hey, that you ask them, OEB, they were under that time, they were even underground. And I love to be with them as small as they were. I was there with them, and I every Sunday I'll go there with them. Oh my God. He said, I also have a testimony about OEB. Oh, my regards to them. I will visit them one day. I love them. God bless them, OEB, for accepting me. Oh, hey, the stone the builders rejected. The stone the builders rejected. The stone the builders rejected will become the cornerstone. Oh, Abu Abantu Fortono, Eye Kiatibu, Abu Abantu Forpono, Eye Kiatibo, the stone the builders rejected will become a cornerstone. Oh, hey, brother, the way you are treating this sister, you will regret someday. Oh, hey, sister, the way you are treating this man, you will regret someday. Oh, hey, congregation, the way you are treating this man of God, you will reject one day. You regret one day. Said ya muye nyame ni pay e kina bi mu benum hu. Said ya muye nyame bay e kina bi mu benum hu. Na catchy. The way you are treating this girl, you will regret tomorrow. But it will be too late. It will be too late. You can't reverse it. It will be too late. Oh, it will be too late. You would wish, but it will be too late. You can't bring it back. You can't turn it. It will be too late. Oh, man, castle, man, can be too late. Ladies and gentlemen, I've ended my message. And the worst I will say is this: they rejected John Mark. Barnabas accepted John Mark. And John Mark worked on himself. And John Mark wrote the Gospel of Mark. What are you doing for people to know that they rejected you, but you are still strong? You think they don't come to your profile photo? You think they don't check your status unless you have blocked them? But they come, they look at your profile photo. Sometimes some people even take other people's phone and watch your status. They take other people's phone and watch your profile photo. If you have said, only your contacts should see your profile photo or your displayed photo, they take people's phone and they watch it. And sometimes they can even ask people, what has he put on his status? What has he put on his WhatsApp profile? Take a screenshot for me. When you say, umpeni panasem, and so na one ni status. Umpeni panasem, so na share the profile photo. Onya oden. Misi onya oden. Uni pana un kasano. Oko Facebook, social media. Wako send friend request. Onya oden. Uni pana un chiano. Nduko follow no social media onya oden. Anya mi no bia na ekasa. Me preach. Me dey na preach. Onyame nkam ho. Onyame nshira mo. They will regret one day. Have a good evening.